Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are in the car and we're doing something that's not a theme park, but it is around San Antonio. So if you're watching us from San Antonio or you're coming to visit and you would like to do something that's not Six Flags or SeaWorld, we're going to show you something really cool today. It's actually a great COVID activity, and it's also a great activity to do with your whole family where you can stay in the car.
Right. And we are currently driving right now. It's kind of in a, kind of in between San Antonio and Austin, more or less. So we are on the way. We're gonna keep it a bit of a surprise, but yeah, if you're wondering, what the drive looks like, then boom. So yeah, we're kind of headed to the middle of nowhere. Why is that? Well, you will see soon. So we are headed to the Wildlife Ranch and Natural Bridge Caverns, which again right outside San Antonio, kind of in between San Antonio and Austin. But yeah, welcome. So this is my first time here, and then this is Lindsay. Lindsay's been here I think a couple times, but yeah, I'm kind of really excited. I've heard really good things about this safari. Are you excited?
I'm super excited, yeah. I love anything to do with animals. So if you guys don't know, I'm a zookeeper. I don't work here, so I like to visit. We visit a lot of zoos. Yeah. So this is really cool. I get to see some animals that I don't ever see. And
you've been before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so something that's different now from when I've been before is previously they've almost always had you be able to buy a bag of food and then you can feed the animals from inside the car. So we don't really get out of the car until the end where they have like a restaurant and a gift shop and stuff that you can walk around in. Mm-hmm. But for the most part you just stay inside the car, and normally they do have you purchase a bag of food if you'd like, so you can feed the animals and they'll come right up to the car. But because we are in an interesting time and we don't actually know which animals can get this virus and which can't, they are not doing any feedings right now. So we won't be buying any food, but the animals will still probably be on the road because that's just what they're used to. So we'll see what that's like. Great, so we're in. So we paid about $25 a person. We'll put the prices on the screen for you guys. So you actually do pay per person. It's not per car. Now, I did want to mention it's a little bit more expensive than like going to a zoo, but what you get here I think is really cool. So we're going to show you and you can decide if it's worth it or not. But for us, I think we really like this experience. Mm-hmm. What they told us though, as far as the rules go, are again, there is no animal feeding right now just because that's less people handling the food that the animals are eating. We don't know what animals can get COVID and which can't, so just to be safe, but they will have staff members feeding the animals. So that's what they said, and hopefully the animals will be encouraged to be kind of by the road. They also gave us this really cool booklet. This is free, you don't have to pay for it, it's just included in your admission. It kind of goes over what they have. So here's a map of everything. They have safety regulations. They also gave us a card with all of the safety regulations on it. Basically it says don't get out of your car, these are wild animals. You have the drive-through, the walkabout. This is where we're going to get out and walk around some of the things at the end. The trading post, the grill, and the sweet spot. They actually made it really nice for you because the camp grill, you can use a QR code to view the menu before you even get out of the car to see if you'd like to stop there. And we have a lot about conservation, and then here they have the endangered species viability ranking. So all of the animals have color-coded things next to them, such as this, which will show about the giraffes that we're going to see, and it tells you that they are yellow, which means they are vulnerable.
And I wanted to point out something really quick, Lindsay. If you look on the top there, this is a ZAA accredited facility, which is essentially, in so many words, and it's funny because dating a zookeeper, I kind of learned more about ZAA and AZA. It pretty much means that they get top-notch care. And you have this organization, the ZAA, make sure that everything is abided by their guidelines. So really, really cool. I'm already really impressed, especially by the QR code. I don't know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we are going to start driving through the safari. You can go through the safari part as much as you want. So once you pay at that front gate, you can spend all day here. We actually sent one of our rhinos that I used to work with over here to this facility. So he lives here now with a girlfriend. So I'm going to see him. I haven't seen him for a couple years, so we're going to go say hi. His name is Kutu, and I'm really excited to see him.
Safari entrance. All right. All right, Lindsay. I know we have that handbook. Where are these? By the way, look at all this room. Look how beautiful this park. We just entered. And from what we see, I mean, this is just top notch.
Okay, so this is Aoudad.
This is an Aoudad.
And both males and females have horns.
So these Aoudads, both male and females have horns. I don't know so I'll just repeat it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so both male and females have horns. And by the way, I know what you're thinking, Tyler, man, you know a lot about Aoudads. Well, we are actually reading off of that list there. Lindsay's whispering in my ear. So, and by the way,
what the heck?
as we all know, I do date a zookeeper. So, Aoudads are probably part of our normal conversation. Okay. Have you ever worked with Aoudads, by the way?
No. But we have had them at our zoo.
So Lindsay was mentioning that there's a baby wildebeest right in front of us, and we're actually going to get a better shot here in just a second. But as you can see, all the shades on this end. So this is, you know, the place to be is on the passenger side of the car. Today, right. But look, check out these guys. I just wouldn't want that thing remotely mad at me. Wow. And you saw wildebeest when you went to Africa.
Yes. At the very beginning of my zookeeping career, I did an internship in Namibia. And I worked at a wildlife rehabilitation center in Africa. So we rehabilitated and released a lot of African wildlife, but we stayed in like little cabins, and at nighttime you could hear the wildebeest groups coming through. So the big herds would come through. They were wild. So they were not in a fence like this. They were wild animals, but it was really cool. It made me feel like I was in The Lion King.
Did you sing it?
The Lion King?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I would have sang it the whole plane ride.
Yeah, no. I actually, on the plane ride, I watched a documentary about black mambas, which are...
Kobe?
What?
So, Kobe Bryant's nickname is a black mamba. Never mind.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
No, about black mambas, the actual snake, which are found in Africa, and it was my first time going to Africa. So it was actually a really terrible idea, because then I was so scared. So I was scared the whole time that there was black mambas in the bushes. There's a mom grooming her little baby right here.
And if you'd have been with Steve Irwin, you would have found one within 30 seconds of his show. Look at it. It's cleaning day. You know, we like to do laundry on Sundays. It's cleaning day for these guys.
Little baby wildebeest back here.
Oh. And as you can see, again, where there's food, there's animals. And there's little baby wildebeest right in the back.
There are staff members who are driving around and making sure that you're not getting out of your car, but also that your car's not having any problems. You don't have any flat tires, you're not overheating. So if you are, you can call the phone number of the ranch and they'll send someone out to you. We are passing a lot of shelters with hay underneath them. They have a lot of fresh hay, which is great. These guys can also eat all of these plants. This is just kind of native Texas plants, but all of the plants are safe to eat. But they also have waters and shelters out in the fields as well. So it's not like the only shelter is near the road. That's just, I think, where they feel most comfortable, and that's where most of the food is concentrated. So don't feel like they have to stay near the road. They absolutely can go wherever they want to. Mm-hmm. And we've seen a lot of animals that are way far in the back, not even anywhere near us.
All right, looks like this guy doesn't mind someone saying hi to him. Just hanging out in the shade. How are you, buddy? All right, good talk. All right, now we're headed into the Kenyan Preserve. It's, by the way, cattle guard right there. And what do you guys think the cattle guard is used for? Be sure to put your answers in the comments down below. You were mentioning that this is a great COVID activity, which this is awesome.
Yeah, very cool. You don't have to interact with anybody else if you don't want to. You can get out, it's all outside, all in your car as well, so.
Social distance at its finest. A+. A+.
So I want you guys to just like listen for a second. Just listen and tell me what you hear. Nothing. That's right, you didn't hear anything. It is super, super quiet out here, like Tyler said before. If you want to get outside and get like back to nature, this is a pretty good place to do it. You get to see some really cool animals, but it is so quiet out here. We're having a great time. This is a wonderful day. You can have your air conditioning on. You can have your own music. Awesome.
This thing, the sable antelope. Boom. There they are. Pretty cool. So Lindsay, you work with giraffes. You got anything cool to share?
Oh, I have lots of cool things to share. That's my whole job. If you guys don't know that there are several different kinds of giraffes, that's a good thing to start with. Giraffes are not all the same kind. They do all live in Africa though, and all of their spots are different. So you can tell the different species of giraffes by their different spots, but also you can tell individuals by their different spots. So sort of like our fingerprints, they're all the same. Nope, they're all different. If you guys don't know, giraffes are actually facing what we call a silent extinction, which means that their numbers are decreasing rapidly. They're not doing very well out in the wild, and we are doing our best to save them, as is somewhere like Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch where we're at right now. So there's a baby out here. There's actually a couple babies on this property. These guys are breeding these giraffes in order to save them out in the wild. So a silent extinction is what we like to call when we thought that there were plenty of them, but when we actually looked at the numbers and noticed how fast they're decreasing, we didn't really pay attention until it was almost too late. So now we are kind of backtracking to breed giraffes in facilities like this one and in zoos around the world, so that hopefully we can maintain a stable population of giraffes for you guys to see when you go on safari out in the wild. If you guys would like to support more giraffe conservation, please definitely donate to your local zoo. You can look up reputable organizations online, or come to somewhere like Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch, take a little safari, learn a little bit more about giraffes, and they do a lot of conservation work here, so it's definitely a great place to come if you like giraffes.
And check out these signs. So in case you weren't aware, these signs say zebras may bite. Remember to drop the feed on the ground. And since I'm dating a zookeeper, which in case you didn't know that yet, what? She can attest. Zebras do bite, huh?
Oh, zebras are awful. If you ever have the chance to interact with a zebra, don't put your hands anywhere near it. They are not just like stripy horses. They are terrible. They're very cool to look at. They're very cute. There's a huge herd of oryx right here.
And you work with these guys too?
I don't work with oryx.
She does not work with oryx, correction.
He's not causing any problems right now, but I bet he does. All right, here he is. This is Kutu. So I worked with him for a little bit at my zoo. Hi. So he came to live here with his girlfriend, who is in the mud over here. There are 5 different species of rhinos, but all of them are critically endangered. And this is his girlfriend. So you'll notice that her horn looks a lot different than his horn. Her horn is crazy. It kind of comes out and then goes at a curve. So if you guys don't know, rhino horns are just keratin, so they are the same as our hair and fingernails. And the rhinos can shape them by themselves, so they can file them down as they choose to, just like we can file our fingernails.
Look at this thing.
Dinosaur. Dinosaur feet. Dinosaur mouth.
And
smaller dinosaur.
to think, those are actually some of the smallest dinosaurs.
He's so cute.
Yeah, look, he has a little swag to him. Take this way.
No, you can't. So these are the animals that you would normally be feeding the most, would be the birds, which is why they are roaming around the cars. They're very comfortable with the cars. They'll get all up in your business. They're looking for food. Please don't feed them. Please don't feed them your french fries or your popcorn or whatever. The staff is doing a great job of feeding these animals, but everybody else eats hay, whereas the birds eat, I don't know, whatever kind of food they feed the birds here. Usually like some kind of pelleted mix. So please don't feed the birds when they come to your window. That's what they're looking for. But also be careful because they will peck at you. So they want your watches, they are birds. So if you've ever interacted with a chicken, they want something shiny. They want anything that they can peck at. Also, please don't try to touch them.
And for the record, that goes for your local zoos as well. Don't feed any animals that aren't your cats or dogs at home. They have specialized diets, and it's extremely imperative that they aren't used to getting other food from.
We actually have a lot of animals that get very, very sick. Some of them have to have surgery sometimes for the things that visitors tease you feed them. So please don't drop your shoes or your sunglasses at the zoo. And please don't try to feed them anything. Leave that up to us.
That's what they pay for. So we're coming up on the Safari Camp Grill. It also has restrooms in it, so that's important. Let's go take a look to see what the menu looks like and maybe get a snack. What do you think, Lindsay? Maybe.
Let's see. This is the place you use the QR code on the brochure to look at the menu. So if you don't really know if you want to come inside or not, then you don't want to look at the menu inside, you can just use the QR code and then decide what you want. So we're here in the grill and they have natural birds, wildlife, ranch reusable straws that you can purchase. That's excellent. Alright, so we came over to some benches. So over here is the grill, the safari grill. Tyler's got his White Claw on. And I got a zebra a la mode. So that is a brownie with some chocolate sauce and a copious amount of chocolate sauce.
You know,
and vanilla ice cream, but it looks awesome. I am thrilled.
You know, it's funny because if I could explain Lindsay in one dessert, that would be it.
Okay, so we have some black and white ruffed lemurs here.
Oh, look at these guys just.
You can see these cute guys.
Hey, by the way, how was your dessert? Yeah?
Good.
Was it White Claw good?
Was it what?
White Claw good? My White Claw was great.
I don't know. I don't really like White Claw. Sorry to offend everybody.
Jeez. Look at these guys. The ultimate shade.
Yeah.
I always like lemur's eyes. They're like a weird orange, but they also have a pretty cool exhibit.
They do.
And this is right in front of the gift shop. So right behind us is the picnic tables we were eating at.
Yeah.
Let's go over here.
It's 3:15 in Texas. It's about 100 degrees out here right now. So this is actually probably the coolest spot on the floor for them. But lemurs in general are just pretty lazy in the daytime.
Yeah. Lemur Island. Not bad. Look at that. I'm trying to. Oh, there they are. Not sure if you guys can see them, but if you're watching this on your phone, maybe you can zoom in. I don't know. Nice little waterfall though. And this is right in front of the monkey exhibit. So that is the lemur exhibit. So yeah.
I wanted to show you guys that I got a shirt.
Yeah, she got a shirt.
So Tyler brought me this shirt. But yeah, so then on the back it just has their logo. But I like it. It's super soft. And it's from Sustainability Tees. So it is basically recycled polyester and a little bit of cotton. So I love that. This is all recycled. It's very soft.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Pop quiz time. So minus your dog at home, what is the most? What's the wild animal that has been the gentlest? Do you think, in your opinion?
On Earth, or that I've like worked with, or what?
Well, do you work with animals in outer space? What do you mean on Earth?
Like a zoo, or?
Yeah, well, no, just you. If you were to encounter in the wild, would be somewhat gentle.
None. No wild animals are gentle.
That's exactly right. So remember that as from a zookeeper. Nothing is gentle. If you see these animals in the wild, maintain your distance. Stay away from them. And do yourself a favor, just don't get hurt. But I will say, Lindsay has petted, nope, I take that back. Lindsay has kayaked near manatees.
Yeah.
And those are pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom lives off the coast of Florida, and we went kayaking the last time Tyler and I visited. And there were wild dolphins, and then, well, we didn't see any manatees. We saw dolphins.
But you and your mom see manatees pretty often, right?
We've heard them breathing, but I've never seen one. Like, the manatees are under the water, and sometimes they'll come up for a breath, and you can just hear them, like, breathe, and then they'll go back down. But you and I saw dolphins alongside our kayaks. That was so cool. That was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had.
Right.
Second only to, like, a safari in legitimate Africa.
That was pretty cool, and I can't wait to visit your mom again. So if you're watching this, hi, and I'll see you soon. Well, pretty good. That was a good time. Overall, for my first time here, there's a lot to do. There's a lot more than I thought there would be. It was really fun, really interesting. A lot of cool facts, but a lot of the signs here, they make the facts very straightforward, big letters. So I learned a lot. My White Claw was great. We got a shirt, but you had a good time.
Yeah, it was.
Still laughing at the donkey?
You need big letters on the sign to learn a lot from it?
Hey, you know, to each their own. Each their own.
Okay, we are done. I hope you enjoyed this drive-through safari. If you have the time and you are able to, please come to visit. This is in New Braunfels, Texas. It's a great place, and they could really use our help right now, but it's also a really good COVID activity because you just stay in your car and stay distanced from everybody else. So, that being said,
we are done for the week.
We're done.
Have a great week, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys. This is like a goat catwalk right now. This is like a fashion show.
Work it, work it.
Hi.
It's a goat walk.